here. Bruce and Liz.
Let's tell the story.
We're going to tell you.
Everything starts with a story.
Yeah, we're going to tell you a funny story. We don't usually do sit downs like this, but this story is funny enough. I think it was kind of funny. It wasn't funny at the time, right?
Right. No.
But it is what it is. Okay, so this is a lead-in to the video you're about to see, and that is when we leave Lagos, in the Algarve, and we're going to Sagres in the Algarve. And that's about a 30-minute ride, 40-minute ride, and we take it by bus. You could do it by Uber, but we'll talk about the Uber stuff in just a second. So this is the story we're going to tell you. So everything goes smooth generally, which we'll show you from the bus. Liz does a great job coordinating on transportation. She's Chief Transportation Officer. And then we're on the bus, and we have lodging arranged through booking.com. And
what did we choose?
It was kind of a last minute booking, and there wasn't a lot left. That's what I remember, at least.
Yeah.
And so we chose a place that said Turismo Rural. And we were thinking about staying out in the country a little bit, just outside of town.
Right.
Right?
Right. That's what we assumed, that it was just going to be like a countryside with cows and eating with communal people that were staying.
Yeah.
And that we could still go into town on Uber and have dinner. And then
come back out, go in and out with ease.
Yeah.
That was our thinking, and that was the assumption that we've been traveling upon, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's how this starts out. So we take the bus, the bus ride goes smooth, it drops us off in the center of Sagres, drops us off in the middle of this little town, and it's a small town. Now, it's not Lisbon, it's not Portal, it's small, beach community.
It's a surfer's paradise.
Beachy.
Very little.
Very
few
small.
Restaurants.
Right, very small.
Okay.
So when we get there, it's already about 3 o'clock. Because I think it's around 2:30, 3 o'clock. And so we get off and we decide to take our luggage and get over to a small restaurant
have a little bite
where they couldn't have been friendlier. We had a nice little sandwich or whatever we had there. A couple of super bucks that would
smooth out
the adventure to come. So at that point, then we decide to, all right, let's get out the phone, hit Uber up, and
have them take us
take us to our lodging.
Right.
Should be simple, right, Liz?
Yes, and you communicated with the owners.
Yeah.
That we would be a little bit late.
Right.
So that way they knew we were coming. And is that when they sent us the instructions?
The thing was, with the booking, it's pretty bland. Everything looks cool. Once you get booked and it's non-refundable, all of a sudden these instructions showed up on the booking site to us that caught my attention. It was the most lengthy directions to a place I've ever seen, and some of the words that stuck out to me really caught my attention. Like, we have little signage, you're not on the main roads, and turn right after the garbage can. And that started to put alarm bells off for me.
A little bit.
I think you were cool with it.
Yeah, we thought, well, okay, once we give the Uber driver the address, he'll figure it out, know.
And we did. We just plug in this address. So when you do the Uber, of course,
which is also, let's remind them that the Uber is not popular in Sagres. The taxis are. There's probably about 3 in the whole place.
Yeah. So that we're right next to a little taxi stand that's kind of like a mini 7-Eleven stand and everything else. But so I plug in the stuff to Uber, and I send it out. Now, the next hint comes that no Uber guy's picking up on this thing. There's no confirmation of driver.
You're going, what the
No
hell?
why is this? What is the problem? Because, we're assuming it's like being in Lisbon or something. Mm-hmm. Well, don't make an assumption once you get outside of the major cities that there's Uber guys just sitting around on any corner, because that didn't take place. So finally, an Uber guy confirms. He confirms. It took us about at least 20 minutes
for him to get
or more. Well, no, 20 minutes to confirm the guy.
Yeah.
And then he says he'll be there in about 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at his car. It's not even moving. And I'm going like, that doesn't make a lot of sense. So I remained calm, didn't I?
Yeah.
Sort of.
What's going on?
What's going
on? What's taking so long? Me? I'm okay.
What's going on?
I'm looking at it as an adventure.
So finally, this Uber guy shows up, and he's a nice guy. He's really a nice man.
And what's the first thing he said? He said, hey, you're lucky I'm here.
Go ahead.
Because I brought some people from
Lagos.
From Lagos here, and now I was waiting for a trip to go back.
Yeah, and that's what they tend to do. They hang around because they don't want to go back empty like long-haul trucking, right? They don't want to go back empty. Right. So he picks us up. He's got a small car, so he drops his back seat. We pile our bags in there, which was fun. But he had a great attitude. He was a really, really nice guy. And off we go. We're going to the lodging, right?
We give him
plug in the address.
And he's like, okay.
And he's not really from around
there. He's not from around there, but he put it on the GPS, and it did show on his GPS. Yeah. So he was okay with it, so off we go.
And off we go. So we're heading out towards, what is that,
San Obispo.
San Obispo, which is
little town.
About 5 kilometers outside of Sagres. So we get out there, and all of a sudden, he's like, and I'm showing him this long list of directions, which he can read. And I'm reading them off at the same time. And it is confusing as shit to me, to be honest. And it's confusing to you. And now all three of us, the three stooges.
But he sees that his GPS is still taking him up a road. And he's on asphalt right now, so he's not concerned. He says, the road's good, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And then all of a sudden,
he gets off the main road.
All of a sudden, we're out of asphalt. Now he's on a rocky dirt road.
Big rocks.
No signs.
And he has low clearance on his vehicle.
Yeah.
So, and he is concerned now about his vehicle. Yeah. And we were concerned about his vehicle as well. Because he's such a nice guy. I don't want him to damage his vehicle. At this point, because you can easily, with your oil pan and transmission pan, you can puncture something.
Bruce and I are looking at us like,
what the?
How do people get here? Yeah. I mean, is this how it's going to be all the way, or is it just halfway?
So we're both, I don't know, Liz and I, you had your thoughts. Did you have other thoughts beyond that? Because I was having thoughts about, we get out to this place.
Not yet.
If we
what
find
we're thinking
it,
is,
how the hell are we going to get back into town?
At the beginning, we haven't even got to that part yet. What we're thinking is, how are we going to find this place when he said, because the big novel came over from the owner about there's no signs for sure. Please
signage.
Please look for this supermarket. Then get past there and then go down. And it's like there was no signs. It's like, let's just count the rocks.
Yeah, the Uber guy goes, I think it's down this road. I'm going to follow the GPS, and then the GPS kind of runs out because the GPS on rural roads. Yeah. Is not really good because the guys who put GPS up, the Google guys, aren't going down those roads.
Right.
So he continues. He's doing his best. He's
the guy is really nice. Pace. Somebody else would have just said, listen, I can't do this. It's ruining the carriage of my car.
Right.
But he kept trucking along. He says, no, it looks like we're getting close.
Right. I mean, he's losing other rides ringing in. So So down we go. This is like a film for Land Rover or something, right?
So the car's bouncing up and down the holes, potholes, dirt holes.
So we finally get to a point of the directions that says the garbage can. But you can't understand if it's saying turn right before the garbage cans or after the garbage cans. Thank God this was not at night.
Yeah, the person giving us the directions, that was like a long novel that said nothing.
Right.
It said to make the turn at the garbage. Where? Are we making a right turn? Are we making a left turn? Where is the... we don't know. So the guy just went along and did it right.
Finally, he almost gets stuck because he's trying to turn around. Remember, he's trying to turn around?
Yeah.
And I'm looking back there, and his wheels are going down. I'm going, oh, shit. God. He is going to get stuck out here.
Yeah.
And, the car is small enough we could have got out and, and helped. But all of a sudden, he goes, what does he say?
He says, listen. He goes, I'm sorry. He says, I got another ride. He took up
this ride that should have taken
at the German store
at the Lidl.
He goes, I got another ride at the grocery store
in San Obispo.
At San Obispo. So he says, I can't take you. He goes, so you want me to leave you right here
at the garbage
and you can call. He said you can call them and they can come and pick you up, or you can, they can you know. And I said, what? Mm-hmm. I said.
Yeah, and I
said, tomorrow they'll find 2 skeletons out here.
Right, I said, bags of luggage kicked through.
Yeah, we were out nowhere. There was no lights. There was no road. There was no signs. And I looked at the guy and I said, no. We're not staying here.
But I think Liz and I were on the same mindset that even if he had found this place, we feel now, today, looking back, it was lucky we never found this place.
Oh, of course.
Because if we would have been there, we would have been stuck there.
Yeah, if we would have got to this destination, wherever it was,
right,
we couldn't have Ubered into town for dinner or anything like that, because
it would have been
cars,
horrible.
This road, and they never disclosed that, was made for, Land Rover, Jeeps.
For hikers.
Not made for 2 old people, taking an Uber. It's not going.
Pieces of luggage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would have been
It was a rocky road.
So he finally gets turned around, but we basically say, no, you don't need to leave us here.
Take us to
Lidl.
Lidl, where he's going to pick up another ride, drop us off.
And I didn't understand he had a ride waiting there, but take us to the Lidl, which is a German food store. And it's familiar. It's in the States, too. Mm-hmm. And it's across Germany and Europe. Yeah. So he agrees. We finally get the car turned around and slowly creep back these roads to the main asphalt road.
And we're really feeling bad at this point.
Oh, I'm feeling bad. I'm not feeling bad for us. Because we're going to resolve this.
I'm feeling bad for the guy with the car. The carriage to the bottom of the car going,
Yeah. And now,
I'm thinking he's going to get a flat. What do we do then?
We're both wondering what's going to happen next. So he takes us into the Lidl parking lot, store. And he goes, and the next thing I know, here's a couple with a big load of groceries. And I didn't know. I said, we're going to block these guys trying to get their car out. Well, that was the next guy's ride going into someplace. Yeah. And so we get our stuff out. And he unloads us, and I told him, and I did. I gave him a very good tip. I paid double the price just for his efforts. It was
worth it for him not to leave us by the garbage
because in the long run, like I said, it was best we didn't find this place. But I will post.
It was God doing his work.
I will post an address in the name of this place. So if you're on booking.com or another site, you need to be aware. You need to be aware of this place, that if you don't have your own transportation, and you better have a 4-wheel drive with a high carriage on it, or you better be hiking through or near the coordinates of this place.
Or being dropped down by helicopter.
Helicopter drop-in, special forces type, because you're not going to get there. And God forbid you try it at night.
Yeah, we were just thankful we were out of there before night came.
Exactly. So, in that regard, then I'm thinking, okay, well, we're going to find another place. Yeah. and I'll go online and I'll find another place through booking or whatever, and I'll just have to fight these people. I'll fight this battle later on. Our thing was to get settled someplace before it gets dark.
Right, so now we're back online.
We're back online, standing outside
the grocery
store. Lidl store, and it was nice weather. Thank God it's not pouring down rain or something, but it was nice. I get back online. And I find this hotel.
Which wasn't there when we were looking for it.
Which was not there. It was not really a choice.
So things pop up and disappear when you're looking for places because sometimes people cancel.
Right, on booking.com. So I book them. I look at it quickly. The rates are great. And I book them, right? I book them and I said, okay, at least we've got a booking. And then booking.com comes back and says, you have double bookings. Yeah, I said, I don't care, at this point. And so we get it confirmed, and I felt that was part of the battle, done. And we're feeling good now. We're feeling okay.
Yeah. Now we know.
Here's what we do. You have a problem, you break down the solutions, and you solve the problem. And we did that.
Exactly.
So the next problem which is probably more difficult.
The next problem was the big one was there's no Uber driver.
There's no Uber guys.
How the hell are we going to get to our destination?
So there's no Uber guys. So we put Uber, on the phone back in, and it's going through its rhythm. Oh, we're attempting to find you a driver. This goes on for 20 minutes.
Oh,
30 minutes.
We were there a good hour.
Yeah. And everybody said, doing their thing.
So everybody do their grocery
At least we were right across the street from Policia headquarters, police headquarters. But it wasn't. It wasn't like we're in some dangerous barrio in Brooklyn or something.
But we were just wondering, I wonder when we're going to get picked up by an Uber.
So that was the key. So I think one time I just stopped the Uber thing, restarted it again, just to make sure. And eventually,
remember the internet's kind of shoddy because
it wasn't
not because we're in Portugal.
No,
it's because of where we are at. I think.
But the problem was there were no Uber guys in that area. That was mainly the internet. My eSIM was working perfectly. Oh, yeah. So it basically went back on. I think it was 20 minutes. Finally, it says confirming your driver, confirm your pickup. I hit that button so damn quick. I think it was crazy. So. And then we get the guy confirmed, and the next thing, his car's not moving again. He's like 15 minutes away.
So Bruce goes into a panic.
But
What's going on? What's this guy doing?
If you do Uber, you can see if the guy's car's moving or not. It's not moving at all. So finally, I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Finally, the car starts moving, and I start feeling a little bit better about this. Finally, the guy shows up, another nice guy, right? Another guy, he goes, I just happened to be, did he say he lived in that area?
No, he lived in San Obispo,
yeah.
And he was going in to where we needed to go. So he thought, I'll pick up a ride in. So he's not empty.
Yeah, that's right. So he swings by, picks us up, hell of a nice guy. Again, we've met some great Uber drivers on this trip. Picks us up, takes us into our hotel. There's no direction problems here.
No, but what's so funny is we tell him the story, and I'm telling him the story in Spanish, so he really gets the gist of it. He's cracking up. I'm telling him, the guy wanted to leave us by a dumpster, but no lights, no signs. You know, so he was cracking up. So it was a fun ride.
He was cracking up, and we get our ride into this hotel. And when we saw this hotel, it's like a historic hotel on the cliffs overlooking, overlooking the beaches and everything. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was the Posada of Infante, which is Enrique Infante, which is the famous navigator. And this guy navigated a lot because everywhere we go, there was stuff about Enrique Infante.
Exactly. So it's on bookings.com.
It is on there.
How do you spell it? Posado. P-O-U-S-A-D-O.
We'll post it on there.
Yeah, hopefully I will.
Well, they can look at it.
Yeah, well, I'll look it on a piece of paper or something. You see.
It's the only the only big hotel, historic hotel on the point.
Yeah, on the point there, and everybody will know it.
The fort is to the right.
Let me tell you this.
Oh my God.
They couldn't have been nicer. And the off-season rates, it's like $60, maybe $70
we pay
a
as much
night.
As the other place.
Oh yeah.
And guess what? We're going to pay as much as the other place that you couldn't find and couldn't get into town, but it included a fabulous breakfast. I mean,
and we had great help there. The kitchen staff. What was her name? Sylvia.
Yeah.
Sylvia, if you're listening, Sylvia was wonderful. She's been there 20 years. Paulino. From Africa.
Yeah.
Verde, I think.
Costa Verde or something.
Costa Verde in Africa. These guys were super. All the staff up front at the registry, 24-hour desk in our room, fabulous, right?
Fabulous.
Historic in nature. Everything was great.
It was amazing.
It was amazing. We highly recommend it. If we ever come back.
A negative turned into a wonderful positive.
A positive.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So that is the lead-in. That is the lead-in to our video about our visit in Sagres of the Algarve. And
which is
we hope you
the
enjoy
last tip point.
Right. And we spent a few days there, and we're going to show you some video from there. We hope you enjoy it.
Yes.
And we hope this story doesn't happen to you.
Yeah.
But if you have any questions, leave us a comment.
And if something happens like that, don't worry.
I was a little worried.
No, he worries.
I
think we'll figure it out.
Oh, you wouldn't have wanted to be out there at night in a garbage can.
No, I made sure I told that driver, you take me back into civilization.
Benditos.
Take me back to civilization.
So,
okay, guys.
A lot of fun. Guys, stay with the channel. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. We're just having fun, and we hope
it's raining today here in Porto.
Yeah.
So we're relaxing. I got a good bottle of wine, of course.
Woo-hoo.
And
we had a great lunch, by the way.
We had a great lunch. So
we'll tell you about that later.
Fruit and cheese, and just want to tell a story while it's raining outside.
And it's a great lead into the videos. So enjoy it. Here comes the video right now.
Viva Portugal!
Viva Portugal! Okay, here we are at the Lagos, Portugal bus station, as you can see. This is one of the major bus stations coming here in the southern end of Portugal in the Algarve. And Liz just found out some very interesting news. We were trying to get tickets tomorrow to leave for Sagres,
which is the most southern point.
Okay, so we looked at going online. There's a number of sites. One of them is, I think, called Omni, something like that, with an O. The other one is Romeo, which is good for telling you how to go to places and stuff. But we wanted to check it out. This is the place we came into, this place we're leaving tomorrow. Liz, what did you find out at the ticket booth?
Yes. Check and verify by Bruce.
Okay.
So we went to the booth and it said, never use the internet or phone to buy your ticket.
Say that again.
Never buy your ticket online.
Okay. Go ahead.
Always buy your ticket at the terminal, or you can pick up a ticket on the bus.
Okay. All right. And what did we learn from two young ladies from, where were they? Germany, I guess.
Yes.
What did we learn from them?
They got shafted by the by the internet.
One of them had purchased tickets online, and they got here to get on the bus, and they said, not gonna go.
Nope.
That's not gonna work.
Nope.
So this is kind of like, if the cash is not in their pocket here in the bus, they're just not gonna do it. Right. So you take your chances if you're gonna get it. You're gonna take your chances if you're getting it online, according to the ticket lady here in Lagos, right? Would you agree?
Yes. Peace out.
Peace out. And you secured 2 tickets for the what departure tomorrow?
12:30 departure to Sagres, the southern point of Portugal.
Where Liz is going to attempt surfing.
We're going to see some surfing.
Okay, this is our last day here in Lagos. And we're back at the bus station here. And Liz is in the line, because their electronic system is not as sophisticated as you would like. And so Liz is up there. We already have our tickets today to go to Sagres. Okay,
we are on the bus thanks to Lizard here. Ms. Lizard got into the right ticket line. Yeah, probably the rudest person we've met so far at the ticket desk. She was not as friendly as Lizard would like. But Lizard accomplished a mission, whether they're friendly or not.
I got through.
Liz got through while I was securing the luggage.
Yes. She actually told me, "You speak English, okay? Speak English."
And so we already had these tickets. We got these yesterday. We're going to Sagres. And now we secured tickets on Monday to come back to Lagos, and then from Lagos to Porto, which will be a long travel day for us. And it's probably going to be a long day. It's going to be an 8-hour bus ride. So we're going to do some relaxing. We're going to see some beautiful beaches over here as well, and some points that the local friends have told us about. So that's where we are, and we're headed out now. Lots of traffic right now. We are in Sagres, Portugal, southernmost point of Portugal.
Where Portugal was discovered.
I'm sorry, why don't you narrate it? Watch it. Yay! Whoa, very nice.
We just ate down there. You missed it.
We just ate down the street down here, had a great pizza, wine and beer. There's another great 2 or 3 restaurants in here. We're just walking the streets, and it's just wonderful. Hell yeah, give her a dollar, give her €1. Okay, Liz and I just had a great dinner downtown Sagres. And we're now up here near our lodging, our hotel. And you can see this is the full moon. Full moon over the water, over the Atlantic. This is the southernmost tip of Portugal we're at. Okay, so we're headed to the fort. And it's really kind of a cool walk, and I'm just gonna show you the walk as we go. We can talk a little bit. You want to talk about what happened yesterday? Or no, we're not going to do that. We'll tell you that later when we have a beer and some wine, some port wine. Oh, look. And we're just showing you around a little bit here. Hello, Espanol? No, Espanol? No, hola, look, hola. Nice local person in her little house. Get the shades down. So we're walking down. There's some property here for sale, which if we all chipped in, we could build a nice little place. There's some challenged properties. There's a lot of rooms for rent too. Yeah, you probably just rent. Look at this old Mercedes. Look at it.
Car here, not expensive.
That's an old Mercedes there. Woo! Look at this. I feel like Harold Balder. Look at walking down. You got the bamboo. I'm going to open this shot up a little bit. Here we go. We're walking along the pathway. I'm telling you what, we could spend, watch out of the way. we could spend a good amount of time here. And that is clearly under consideration, including the RV van thing, which looks kind of cool, but needs some research. Obviously, we don't do anything without research, especially me. Verify. Right down there. See, you can go down that path right there. There are all kind of little rooms, you know, rooms versus an apartment versus hotels. Clearly you want to come in the off season, which is spring, even into May perhaps. And if anybody needs any advice or have questions, drop them in the comments section, okay? And we'll do our best to give you an answer. But spring and fall, and even the locals said that's when you want to come. But there's plenty of the lodging. Everywhere we've gone, there's plenty of lodging. So, you know, there's a little guy, oh, a dog. Hello. Okay, we have walked down from our lodging, which I'll show you in a minute here on the video. We've walked down from our lodging down towards the water here into town, okay? And in Sagres, and just giving you a panoramic look from up here near the parking lot gives you the best view. Now off in the distance, I'm going to zero in here, there is a very large Portuguese fortress which we're hiking over to. You can hike up over these ridges, I believe, but we're going to use more of a hardened pathway. But you can see the fortress right there, and it's very large. We'll take some pictures over there. So I'm going to scan down now here to the water, and we'll get onto the beach. You can see the beach here. There's a ton of surfers in this area. Pan back out here, okay? And you can just see the Atlantic roaring here, the waves. Great place for surfing. Many people come here, not only from Portugal, but nearby Spain, southern Spain, come over and do their surfing right here. And you can't have better surfing than here. People have told us there's really no fear of sharks here, no fear of great white sharks here. There are restaurants, snack bars in this area. Now, I'm going to scan around slowly to our point up here. Up here, this point is near our lodging right there. We can walk out to that point, and then you'll see where our lodging is. And this is highly recommended, and we'll give you the information if you're coming here. Right there is where we're staying. And it's got such a tremendous view. Off-season rates are just fantastic and highly recommended. I'm going to swing around here and back into, there's a lot of campers here. You can rent campers here in Europe, which is very interesting. I didn't know they had such an active camper rental things here in Europe. And who knows, might be a consideration. There's lizard. There's lizard. And again, back to the water so you can see. And then I'll cut this thing off. There's the surfers going into the water. Beautiful. You can see how far out some of them go, and it looks like a huge undertow. Everybody is very friendly here. And these roads, you know, as Liz says, you've said it enough, I love these roads. They're like maintenance free once you make them. And they learned this probably from the Romans. Those roads the Romans built very much like these lasted for centuries. Okay, all right, no more history for you guys. And there it is, road to the fort. Portuguese road to the fort. And you can drive down here, you can ride your bike, or as the lizard does, with her Australian bush hat on today, going with the bush hat, right? She's taken off the jacket, and you can walk down, or as Patriot Phil, you bring your RV, buddy. You could rent over here. That's what he should do, right? You can rent an RV, and we're up for that. If somebody wants to rent an RV and tour around, maybe. But we travel differently than other people. You got to be careful who you travel with. You know, everybody's schedule doesn't match up sometimes. Okay, I'm going to cut it here till we get up to the fort. Okay, we have made our way up to the fort, and here we are. Look at the size. Now that's one end on the ocean side. Watch it. It comes around all the way to this side, and we hope we can go inside. Very unfortunate, but otherwise this country is very clean. Very clean. And there it is. Viva la Portugal. There it is. I'm experimenting with this different zooms here, so we'll see what you all think. Leave me a comment. What? Yeah, Europa. Liz will translate as we get up here. Oh, it is? You won't have to translate, right?
Doesn't it say that
So,
Europe starts here?
Here we go. Europe starts here. Right here. Southernmost point. Oop. See a lot of electric bikes here too. Blues crossed over. So it looks like you get in line here to buy a little ticket, and then we will proceed inside down to the lighthouse. Okay. No, Liz, let's go down to the lighthouse first. We'll do this on the way back. Okay, we're inside. It was a total senior rate of 1.5 euros. Total of 3 euros for seniors, which we are.
Every place gives
We are a
discount.
senior. Yeah, every place here has been giving senior discounts. Now over there, look, here's the Spanish Mission. We'll go over to that later. Little Spanish Mission, original. That's the original, and they have built other big museums here. We're going all the way out to the lighthouse, which qualifies as the southernmost point of Europe, I think, and Portugal. Okay, so we're gonna head out this way. So follow us on the journey of Boulder and Boulder 365 Portugal edition. Crazy or what? So we are headed out to the lighthouse here. So we're going to be going out to this path, heading out this way, and then we're going to turn left. We have run across a group of fishermen here, and get ready to look at this drop. Wow. Hello. He's got a huge surf rod. He drops over the cliffs here and fishes from the cliffs. These cliffs must drop 100 feet. And he drops it down in there. Fishing off the cliffs. You can see that he has a huge rod here, fishing off these giant cliffs. Okay, obviously he's using some kind of a weight. Unbelievable. Liz, the hunt Liz was on for the fishermen. has ended here, I think. Oh, this is number one so far. So what did you learn? Oh, he caught one right over here. Is he pulling it up? He's pulling it up. He's got something.
I'll tell you.
Let's see. God, this makes me nervous. These guys have nothing to hold on.
And they have a fish, but
He's pulling it up. It's going to take like an hour to reel it in. Yeah, these guys could fall off. Look at this. He's got one right there. Wow. Yeah, he's got one. He's got a good sized little fish right there. Yes. Yeah, he got a good fish. I can't tell what it is. See what it is. Fish. Oh, yeah. Sí, señor. Look.
¿Qué pescado es eso? ¿Qué tipo de pescado? No, no.
Cubal. Nice. Very good.
Muy bueno.
Muy bueno. Wow. Wow.
¿Cuántos tiene ahí? ¿Dos? ¿Uno? El primero.
Cinco.
He has 5 fish he's caught.
We fish los Estados Unidos.
Nosotros pescamos en los Estados Unidos, en la playa. Pero
nice.
No así.
Be careful. Oh.
Esto es
oh. Yeah.
Dios te bendiga. Bendiciones.
Safe. Yeah. Oh. Nice. Bait.
¿Qué usa para cogerlo? ¿Ah? Okay, they use sardines to catch them.
We use fresh shrimp.
Nosotros usamos
fresh
camarones. He does too.
Oh, nice. Nice catch.
Muy bueno, nos gusta ver eso.
They allow that? Say, do they allow it to come
¿Esto no es prohibido? No.
Oh, no. No. Okay. Thank you, Papa Diego.
Obrigado.
So now he's rebaiting.
Yeah.
He really doesn't cast his pole. He just drops it over the side and he seems to chum the water just a little bit. And the seagulls are coming in for the leftovers. But these guys are on dangerous. You can see his line there. He's got a bobber. Got some kind of a bobber. And he just drops it over the edge. He just drops it over the edge. I don't want to distract these guys. Shit, that's all I need.
Yeah, he just dropped the chum.
He just dropped chum over. Drops some chum in, then he throws the rod over, and then he stands by. He is standing literally on the edge of the cliffs. The edge of the cliff. I mean, this is like a foot before he goes over. MC, but he's got like 3 feet to the edge of this 150, 200 foot cliff where he would die. And the gentleman that I filmed before said there's actually, they're not authorized to do this, but here they are. Okay, very cool here is people are leaving their signatures of kind of like climbing the Himalayas or Mount Everest. Look, they're leaving their little signatures of rocks right here. Piles of rocks that they were here, which is kind of cool. Look at all these rocks in here. And I was just telling Liz, you have to wonder, did the water come up above these cliffs at one time? Now, if you have a comment like, you're real scientific, like water covered the entire earth, okay, you got the answer. But you can see all of these rocks, which are actually very, very cool. Okay, we're sitting here on the rocks. Look at that. Look, the Atlantic bashing against the cliff, the edge of the most southern point. Look at this. For Jody, this may be Plymouth Rock right here. They just didn't know it. Look at that. Oh. Okay, I'm going to switch to camera mode. This is a different area down in here. It's coming up, wearing on the rocks. Just awesome. Power of nature. Different area. Seating right there to the lighthouse. And this is, I've pushed the camera back out. So that's more reality of where we're at right now. Okay, we have arrived at Lighthouse Point. You can see it there. I'll touch a photo in. You can sweep across here, like a rock field here. And right over there is where we stay at night. Right there. It's all around. You gotta walk in, go around the cliffs. Very windy up here. Very gusty, very windy. Okay, I'm sweeping around. Yep, coming. Okay. We'll find it right along the path here. In back of the lighthouse. You can see it right there. Right there, that's our black rock. And it'll stand forever. This is an awesome grotto cave, water cave. And you got water splashing here on the right, and then the cave inside. I can't find Liz. Where could she be? Oh, there she is. She's in the sentry box guarding the sea.
It's all clear from here.
And look, she's got a little hole to look out if she's not checking her Facebook account. Okay, come on out, Liz. Look, show off, baby. You got a duck, and Liz is short. So people must have been really short. Okay, so we have made our way back, and we're going over here. This is kind of like a museum, you know, a newer museum they've set up. We're going to dash in there, and then you can see we're back at the mission, and then you've got the major piece of the fort up here. Okay, we're coming out of the fort. It was unbelievable, as you heard say throughout.
You see the videos of people fishing, all kinds of things. Right now,
it was great.
It's not as breezy, but at the point,
it's behind us back here. But a very windy day. They say it's not always windy here.
Yesterday was a better day for wind. Today's a little bit more.
And they have a very nice museum, given the history of Portugal, given the history of the fort here, and the slave trade of how the Portuguese were very big into slave trade from Africa. So this is worth it, right?
Yep.
Wouldn't you say to come here to see all this?
Yes.
I'd say it was really good, and we appreciate it. And bring a jacket if you're off season. So we're gonna head on down the road and get a coffee and some kind of maybe dessert. All right, see y'all later. Bye. Hey, Rob, check this out. You need this to travel in Europe right there, buddy. Look at that thing. Woo! Rob, that's what you need. Save up your pennies. Tell Jody, stop going. Look at that thing. Stop going to the store and buying shoes, which she doesn't anyways. I know Jody, she doesn't do that. Look at that. Look at this guy.